There's actually Rowdy up there running in P2. Right behind CJ Max Rose is actually the Aviator, so if I had to swap that around just a bit, I'd have got the money there.
Yeah, looks like Rowdy's rocking that Junior throwback AC Delco 13 paint scheme. Looks really, really nice. I've actually got that diecast sitting right here in front of me. But like you said, you got the Aviator, then you got the 11 of Ingalls, then you've got the 1 of NNRGP or God Power, the 8 of Smitty, 42 of More Smoke. Good to see him starting closer to the front than he did last week, right back in More Smoke form. 88 of Dohar, 35 of Dan the Lawn Man, 37 of Pro Viper. It's nice looking Bush's baked beans machine. 36 of Boehner. Guy's been really strong, making a lot of noise. 17 of Sully. 47 is Sledgehammer, a Pro League hopeful. 4-car and Natty Dread rocking that black Mobile 1 machine. 2-car Stout Whiskey, the throwback Miller Genuine draft force. And we're about ready to kick this off here, bud.
Yeah, CJ Max Rose comes around turn 4 in the Geico restart zone, and green flags in the air here at Chicagoland with the young gun blazing it out down into turn 1. Rowdy's going to follow right behind him, coming through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Rowdy right behind him, right through 1 and 2. He's going to be able to get down to that low line. Looks like he got a much better start than the 48 of the Aviator. And there's the 1 of God Power is going to duck right in. Maybe try to get a little bit of a push into 3 and 4, double wide behind the leader.
Yeah, they're side by side for P2 right now. Rowdy's up on the outside of him, coming off of turn 4. They're still edging it out, coming down the front stretch. Rowdy clears them, though, just at the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, all single filed out behind these guys there, 2 by 2.
Yeah, it looks like the 42 of More Smoke, and I think I'm not quite sure who that was behind him, but then you got Dan the Lawman. They decided to go ahead and get in on that single file action. Just a little bit of draft, not really, or no real sense of urgency to get towards the front. No sense in racing side by side right now. Just kind of run some laps, get things going, get it racy, and then work your way to the front.
Yeah, as you see, Rowdy actually bumping CJ Max Rose there through turns 1 and 2 just a bit. They actually launched him up. He's got about a car length lead coming off of turn 2 down the backstretch. But now behind Rowdy, got that 48 there. The 11 getting wicked loose, and they go 3 wide here. Peek through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, that was kind of an interesting turn by the 11. It looked like he tried to get under the 42 of More Smoke. The 42 actually came down to block, and the 11 just about completely lost it. First and second, nose to tail, while the guys behind them are side by side, 2 or 3 rows deep. These first 2 are going to pull away a little bit.
As they're battling out for third place right here, there is that 42 of More Smoke. Now behind him, they are going 3 wide. Yet again, the 11 of Ingalls down low. 1 of God Power in the middle, and the 48 of the Aviator up high, coming through turns 3 and 4. They're going to double out very quick, single file down the front stretch.
Yeah, single file down the front stretch. You got 36 of Boehner giving the 1 of God Power a big push. Right behind the 36 is the 88 of Dohar as he works his way underneath the 48 machine of the Aviator. Here comes the 47 of Sledgehammer as well.
Yeah, Dohar's making his way up through the pack, running in a top 10, running about 8th place. There's that 47, you said it earlier. Pro League hopeful actually washes up the track there into that 48 of the Aviator. That's a little bit of no-no. Aviator's going to remember that one. Definitely coming off of turn 4 down the front stretch. Those front 2, Pete, though, got a 10-car length lead on third.
Yeah, they are extending their lead further and further and further. A little bit of contact between the 88 and the 11 going through that last corner. I'm not quite sure who's going to line up behind that 36 of Boehner and give him a big old push. Here comes the 47 behind the 88 going to 3 and 4.
Yeah, coming through turns 3 and 4, the 11 of Ingalls is up on the high side. He's holding strong right now, but he has no help. There's Dohar down low, 47 of Sledgehammer actually going up high. I don't necessarily think I agree with that because Stout Whiskey and the Aviator's going to pick up, it looks like, a free position.
Yeah, here comes Stout. He was really, really strong. He actually won the Xfinity race riding or driving that 35 machine for Jelly Roll in his absence. He was able to pick up that W. I'm sure he's going to do some wonders for his confidence right back here in the Cup Series underneath or trying to get underneath the 88. 88 came down and blocked that line, heading off again into 1 and 2.
As they go off into 1 and 2, Ingles is actually holding pretty strong up on the outside. He only just lost that spot to the 88 of Dohar. Dohar is going to wash up just in front of Ingles. Actually, Stout Whiskey looking low. Dohar with the block down the backstretch.
Yeah, Dohar, he's not taking any chances. He's not going to give up any more spots. He knows how valuable that bottom line is. Not only here, but that bottom line helped get the win at Michigan with. I mean, it was a phenomenal 4-wide finish, and him and JCX, 42 of Amore Smoke, and the 20 of CGMX Rose were 4 wide in that race or in that finish. The closest margin of victory in NNR history. That belongs to the 88. Now with the 2 Stout Whiskey underneath.
As they go side by side, Stout Whiskey finally able to get up underneath that 88 of Dohar. He's going to clear them at a turn 4. As they come down the front stretch. 48 of the Aviators following in tow, and there's the 38 as well.
Yeah, 38 of I believe that's Mountain, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Mountain following in right behind the 48. Tell you what, Mountain has been doing a lot of testing with NNR Finesse and Boehner, and it shows. He had a great race in the Xfinity race the other night until some late race kind of issues. But here he is running strong again. It's great to see.
Yeah, getting back up here towards the front of the pack. We actually got a new race leader. That's going to be the 13 of Rowdy out front of CGMX Rose. I think CGMX Rose is just trying to ride, maybe save a little bit of gas. Now behind that 42 car of Amore Smoke is starting to catch. He's got a little bit of a pack with him. He's got the 36 of Boehner right behind them. They had that one of GP God Power as well. I don't know exactly what happened to him. He's about 3 car lengths off of these guys.
Yeah, I'm working my way back up there. Belliard, old Sammy Bell, is in chat saying, "Let's go Knights and Coey." So I had to kind of show them a little bit of love. Now you got CGMX Rose underneath the 13. He's taking that draft, that big pull that he got down the straightaway, taking advantage of it. Diving wide, going through 3 and 4, he's going to retake the lead.
So you might
he retakes the lead, but what that's doing right there, that's closing the gap with the pack behind him as they're going side by side down the front stretch here for the race lead. CGMX Rose is going to slide up at the last second down into turn 1, but behind these guys, you got a hungry Amore Smoke looking to pounce, and here comes Rowdy off of 2.
Yeah, those guys are swapping the lead back and forth, but they're not really losing very much time. It's kind of an interesting or a testament to just how solid their cars are. Not sure if they started on a higher preset. I did hear some guys starting as high as a 9 on the slide. So, man, if that's the case, I don't want to be them in a long run because they're just going to wear out that right rear. But man, it's I mean, you can't doubt their power right now.
Yeah, Rowdy is out in front. CGMX Rose is running just behind him.
Oh my God!
Now you did say they're still moving good, but that gap is definitely closing in just a bit. I'm gonna call it about 7 car lengths as they run it. They keep doing that. I'm gonna say within 4 laps, we will have a pack of 5 cars up here racing for the lead.
Yeah, head by Amore Smoke, and then I believe that's the 38 of Boehner, and then the 1 of God Power. So 1st through 5th. Second through third, a bit of a gap, and then from 3rd to 5th, they're under a blanket, just keeping in the draft, trying to catch back up to these top 2. But Amore Smoke is definitely hunting them down.
Yeah, he's hunting them down. I think within the next couple laps, he should be in the draft of that 20-car CGMX Rose. Like I said, he's running about 7 car lengths back from these 2 up in front. We're watching him running through turns 1 and 2 right now. He's down low. He's nice and smooth off the corner, about a car length off the wall. That's exactly where you want to be able to carry all the momentum you can off of 2.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Amore Smoke rock right there in P3. He is rocking a brand new wheel. He ran the Xfinity race. He was running really, really strong. I remember him in 13th place, and then to go to look at him again, he's in 8th place. Look at him again, he's in 5th place. So it seems like this guy is just too good for any kind of a learning curve. Either that, or we all know that he's got some pretty good friends here in this heat game, and They've told him all the changes he needed to make to the wheel, got any and all firmware updates, and it looks like he's still on his controller. He's still just that smooth.
Yeah, we actually got a position swap here for third place. Boehner actually got up underneath of more smoke coming out of turns 4, was able to complete the pass, and that slowed him up just a bit on the front two. Now it's dropped back to about 10 car lengths. The only thing is, this pack of 2 now got a pack of 3 because God Power was able to close that gap. It should help him that much more to be able to catch.
Yeah, more smoke was giving that 36 a
Pit.
huge shove.
That's the 20 of CJ McRose coming down pit road. So pit road stops are underway.
Wow. So let's see. I'm gonna grab Moore's feed right here, and it's saying there's 26 laps to go.
Pretty good pit road.
I'm gonna stay with him more and see. It looks like Boehner's gonna come down pit road right now. He's kind of signaling that he'll be pitting this time. So it seems like that's what my mind is all over the place now. I forget that these guys run 3 times more, not just 2 times like the Xfinity and Truck. So yeah, their pitting is going to be a little sooner than the 2 lower series. I was thinking it was too early, but I guess not.
Nah, they're probably right on cue, and I think we're seeing more smoke was able to save some gas running behind someone. Here comes a more smoke and the one of God Power. They're going to come down. The only thing I don't know, Pete, is the lap count. And God Power is actually going to go to the outside of that 42 car more smoke. He's going to have to check up big time to be able to fall back in line. The 11 of Ingalls, and it looks like the 88 of Zohar as well, and the whole slew of cars behind these guys.
Yep, they're going to have 19 laps remaining. As you see the 35 of Dan, the lawn man, get loose under braking and hit that inside wall just before the commitment line. So he just lost a lot of spots, but like you said, a lot of people on pit road right now.
Nobody wrecked on pit road.
Yeah, I did see that Dan and Lawman out here cutting the grass at Chicagoland. Luckily for him, though, Pete, I'm not seeing a whole lot of damage on the front of his car, so he lucked out there. Hopefully he'll be able to stay on the lead lap with 19 laps to go. It's stage number 1 here for the NNR Racing League in Chicago.
Yeah, see the 36 of Boehner. He's made his way off pit road. It looks like he has picked up. I mean, he is way ahead of Amore Smoke. I'll actually look back from him. They went in together, and Amore is nowhere to be found. I'm almost wondering if Amore might have gotten a black flag on that
Boehner?
stop. What's that?
Boehner pitted a lap earlier, but yeah, more smoke's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Unless Boehner got a black flag.
Yeah, that could be. Unless Boehner got black flag. I'll be able to.
Boehner's behind all these guys. I guarantee Boehner got a black flag because he's behind all these guys who just came off pit road, even Dan.
Come on.
So I think Boehner had huge problems with pit road. I think Amore Smoke's actually still running good up there.
Amore Smoke. Yeah, you're right. I see. This is why I continue to learn. I never claim that you're wrong and I'm right, because usually it's just not the case. Amore Smoke running P4 right now.
Yeah, he's running P4, and actually look at this, the 48 car, the Aviators up in the mix as well. The Tua Stout Whiskey running P3, still up in front, is going to be the 20 of CJ Rose. He's got about a 10 car length lead on that 13 of Rowdy, but Rose did pit 1 lap before him.
Yeah, the Jose 720 checking in the chat. Jose, good to see you. Hopefully we get to see you back. Congratulations. I haven't got a chance to talk to you and really seen you since they announced who was going to be invited to the Pro League Season 2 qualifiers. Congratulations on that, sir.
Oh, without a doubt, man. Jose's the people champ. Everybody loves Jose. Everybody loves him. He's fast. He's clean. One of the cleanest drivers, if not the cleanest driver, out here in NASCAR Heat 4. Definitely puts on a good show. So, without a doubt, well deserved. But he definitely got an invite. But up here, battling for P3. That's a more smoke up on the outside of Stout Whiskey. He's going to pull a power move from the outside lane, dive it down low through turns 3 and 4, and he's got about a 2 car length lead off of 4 down the front stretch.
Yeah, he's got God Power right behind him, and the 11 of Ingalls, followed by the 2, like you said, a Stout Whiskey. Behind all these guys, the 48 of the Aviator. A little bit further back, again, is that 38, and then I believe that's the 47 of Sledgehammer. So this whole pack, they're trying to run back down that 13 and the 20. But
Man,
right now, 20's got a huge lead over the 13.
Yeah, he definitely has a huge lead, but I think that lead is just closing just a bit. Now, the only problem with those two cars up there, Pete, is they are all by their lonesomes. They have no draft help. They're basically running qualifying laps. These guys have got about a pack of 6 to 7 cars. But before this thing is over, we may see a battle to who's going to win that stage number 1.
Yeah, it's if the my God, if Rowdy, there we go, is able to close in Eddie. I can't talk tonight. So much going on. Yeah, if Rowdy's able to close in, maybe try to catch that 20, get into his draft, pull himself up. We'll have to see. Let's see, Dark Knight's in chat asking how long until the next NASCAR game. Well, Dark Knight, if they go by, how they've been doing it over the last several years, you're probably not looking for one until about, what would you say, HD, about November?
I just want to know, is that the Kansas Dark Knight from SNRL Racing League back in Heat 2?
Dark Knight, if you...
Tires weren't even. It's good.
Is that you, Darky? Is that you, Darky, out there in the chat? But, getting back to the race while we're waiting for his response. Yeah, this pack up here, Pete, this pack of like 6 to 7 cars, I think they're going to run single file. God Power's running behind these guys. They got about a whole straightaway to make up on second place. It'd be interesting to see if they make it without 14 to go.
That's the last time Amore Smoke went across the start-finish line. I think he was actually showing 13 on double check right now as he comes across the start-finish line. And then we are at 10 to go in stage 1.
Oh, look at that. 10 to go in stage 1. Laps winding down, so I don't think this pack of 7 is going to be able to catch CGMX Rose. And honestly, I'd be shocked if Rowdy's able to catch that 20 of CGMX Rose as well. I know he's right behind him. He's just sniffing that draft. I just don't think he's going to be able to get there.
No, I don't think so either. I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera back up to that 20 and see if we can follow him around a little bit. But there's all kinds of action behind him. The 11, the 2, the 42, the 48. They've all been kind of mixing it up just a little bit. And then further back, you got the 00 of Augustus, the 47 of Sledgehammer, the 95 of Kamal, the 19 of Striker. I mean, huge pack back there as well. And then you see the 12 car at Knights trailing them. It's picking up. Everybody's looking for those last, those few stage points. They're going to mean so much when it resets.
Jesus. Yeah, and here it is. It's actually battling out for third place right now. As you just said that 48 car, the Aviator, peaks down low, coming through turns 1 and 2. Wasn't able to get the pull up off of the corner, so Amore Smoke is going to be able to still hang on to that thing. But he's looking at his mirror because that Aviator is on the way.
Aviator may be coming, but you know what? So is the 13. Looks like the 13 is actually getting closer and closer to the back bumper of that 20 car. He's matching him lap for lap right in his tire tracks. He's got to have his draft right now as they go down the backstretch. Looks like 13's going to be able to dive into that corner a little bit quicker than the 20. Here comes the 13 of Rowdy.
Yeah, here he comes with laps winding down. I think we got about 6 laps before this thing is all said and done. And I think actually CGMX Rose is in huge trouble because Rowdy is coming up out of nowhere to catch this young gun. Rose is going to play defensive here, coming off of turn 2, down the backstretch and get loose off of turn 2. Rowdy on the outside with the pass. New race leader. Laps winding down at stage 1.
I tell you, we saw the 20 pit first, and I think this could be the difference. I think the 20 gets a little loose, so he's having to chase the car up off the corner later in the run. This is what that's the only thing I can contribute to that as we're coming to 5 to go.
5 to go here in stage 1. So now chat's actually saying 4 to go. So I think it'll be 4 to go. I'm coming to 3 to go. Maybe.
Yeah, unless Amore's speed is just a little bit behind. I'll try Boehner right here as he comes across the line and see if they match up. He's in a little bit of a fight right now with Dan the Lawn Man going down the backstretch, but right now it's all about the lead. 13 is extending his lead over the 20. It just doesn't seem like the 20 gets off the corner as well as the 13. Rowdy's just on rails.
Yeah, Rowdy is pretty much checked out. He's got about a 4-car length lead as they dive it down into turns 3 and 4. Look at that. He extends it by easily 2 to 3-car length coming off of turn 4. So I think CJ Max Rose possibly made an adjustment down pit road. Maybe he wasn't able to get it all the way in, and that's why we're seeing his car being wicked loose up off the corners.
Yeah, the last time Boehner went across the line, it said 4 to go for him. So Amore and Boehner kind of match up, and so does Stryker. So somebody else, they got some kind of connection.
Yeah, we'll go for it.
I'll get it for him.
I mean, 3 to go.
I was trying to set him
I think
up.
this is pretty much soaring up, Pete, for your stage 1 winner. Now behind these guys, you still got a battle for third place. More Smoke still out here. They got the Tua Stout Whiskey right behind him, and followed by that one of God Power and a 48 of the Aviator with 3 laps to go here in stage 1.
Yeah, at the end of the race, if we're talking to Rowdy in that 13, we won't have to ask him where he finished in stage 1, because he has completely pulled away from the 20. And our pole winner again tonight, CGMX Rose. Right now, as you said, the battle is for P3 between the 2 Stout Whiskey, who finished P1 in the Xfinity race, the 1 of God Power, the 42 of More Smoke, and the 48 of the Aviator. That's your top 6 right now.
Yeah, and More Smokes actually currently has about a car length lead on that Tua Stout Whiskey as they come up off of turn 2, down the backstretch into turn 3. More Smokes playing mighty defensive. Stout looking a little high to the outside, trying to get a huge run up off of turn 4. What a God Power is going to give it a bumper, though. Pushes Stout up out of line. There they are at the line. I still think Stout pulled on the P4.
Yeah, I think you're right. But first through third is going to be the 13 of Rowdy, the 20 of CGMX Rose. Your call between the 1 and the 20, and then, the 1 and the 2, rather, between God Power and Stout Whiskey, and then the other 48 of the Aviator. That's going to wrap up your stage 1. In the meantime, I'm going to grab a quick swig of this good old Country Time lemonade. If you want to know how to follow us, check this out.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, there you go. So go ahead and give us a follow. We're back with the 20 cars. CGMX Rose at 13, a Rowdy to his outside, a More Smoke restarting P3, 2 cars Stout Whiskey P4, 1 car God Power, and 48 of the Aviator. That's your top 6. Not much of a change since the end of the stage. Let's see if the 20 of CGMX Rose was able to make any kind of changes so we can keep up with that 13, or if Rowdy's going to be able to retake that lead.
Yeah, CJ Max Rose might be one of the best out here actually making changes to the car as the race goes on. As I think we might have a caution out. Don't really know what it is for. Everybody looks pretty good, clean to go in the top 20. So I think that was definitely something towards the back of the pack. But going back to what I was saying, CJ Max Rose is very, very good to making those adjustments. He knows the setup world and the default world. So I think that really does help him out. But Pete, 42 and more, making his way up.
I've gotten
upset with him running strong on that brand new wheel. Doesn't show like he's had any issues at all. I'm guessing, judging by Boehner's stream, something happened back there with him. As strong as he was running earlier, that car's looks like it's got a little bit of damage on the hood. So he's gonna have to get that repaired. He's gonna
I know you coming, baby.
be any kind of up front towards the end of the race. We're gonna restart him just as we we came to that caution line.
Yep, green flags in the air here after the first caution of the day at Chicago, and there's that 42 of a More Smoke up on a high side as they come through turns 1 and 2. That 20 of CGMX Rose is down low with the 2 of Stout Whiskey pushing them up off the corner. CGMX Rose sliding up in front of the 42 down the backstretch.
Yeah, 42 down the backstretch. 42 is going to be able to get back to that low line, able to pull a power move past the 2 car of Stout Whiskey. I know More Smoke got that shifter help that you gave Coey. That's how he was able to keep up with the guys on the outside line, retain second place for the moment. But here's the 2 car Stout Whiskey back under the 42.
Yeah, he was back up underneath the 42, but what a God powers are forward coming out of turn 2. Down the back stretch, they are all over the place. Contact with the 2 of Stout Whiskey, and it's mayhem back there. Cars flipping in the air.
Yeah, this will definitely bring out the second racing caution of the night. Looking bad. More Smoke looks like he caught a little bit of that damage. The 36 of Boehner was able to make his way through, but there were quite a few others collected in the back there.
I hit the brakes.
And that really all started with the 1 of God Power kind of diving his nose into the corner up underneath the 2 of Stout Whiskey. And that to me, Pete, just comes down to situational awareness. Like, yes, you got the run on the guy, but you know, if you're going to bump him, you're going to push him up. That's exactly what's going to happen there every single time. There's going to be huge wrecks. Sometimes not making a move is the best move.
You're 100% right. Stay in line. There's a whole lot of laps left to go. And it looks like the 13 of Rowdy got caught up in that as well. He's got all kinds of damage to run into that 13.
Somebody else. He took it. He said someone.
Yeah, and the 36 of Boehner, I think, actually. Oh, no, excuse me. The 9 of Carroll up here playing some pitch strategy because he's out in front. The 19 of Striker as well. Up on the outside of him with the 36 of Boehner running P3.
Yeah, 36 of Boehner here. Right now on the back deck lid of the 20 of CDMX Rose, and the 17 of Sully is going to try to pull underneath him. 20 just gave a shot to that bumper of the 19 that pushed him up the track a little bit. He's going to be able to cut by, giving a little bit of a challenge now to the 17 on his outside. To the inside of the 20 is the 48 of the Aviator. Aviator starting to flex a little bit here, HD.
27 laps.
And I don't know if you know this, my sister just messaged me. We're in a party with those guys, and the party chat's actually coming through the stream.
Ruh-roh. Well, let's go ahead and get out of that party. Yeah, that sounds a good idea to me. Thank you very much for letting us know, Mr. Jacoby. Here we go. Oh, whoops. Yeah, USA Greatness, definitely some tight racing. CGMX Rose has been all about it tonight. His only real competition was the 13 of Rowdy. Rowdy got some damage. We'll have to see if he's able to rebound from that. Let's see.
You just got a subscriber. Silent Killer 2 months.
Yeah, thank you, Silent. Appreciate that. Good to see you again.
There's contact towards the back of the pack yet again. There's cars diving off down low in the infield. We stay green as of now, and I think we're going to remain green as the action is picking up here at Chicagoland.
Yeah, it looks like the 36 of Boehner was able to get by and retain that lead from the 17 of Sully. Sully's still running strong with the big push from the 20 of CGMX Rose to the outside. 48 of the Aviator to the inside with a little bit of help from the 88 of Dohar. Dohar starting to flex here a little bit as well.
Yeah, he's moved his way up into the top 5 as they go 3 wide here for a moment through turns 3 and 4. Coming off of turn 4, Dohar up the P3, Aviator running P2, but still that green machine out in front. That's the 36 of Boehner. 20 of CGMX Rose running P4, and there's that 21 JCX12 rounding out that top 5.
I love calling this guy's name. He's been running extremely solid here lately. I mean, he's been with Carroll, Carl Motorsports for the last several weeks. He's done a lot with his internet connection. He's been running extremely strong. He was right there with Dohar when it came to that exciting finish at Michigan just a couple of weeks ago. See that 21 running strong, close to the front again yet this week.
Yeah, but we got a battle for the lead brewing up here because they were almost 2 by 2. The 36 of Boehner's playing defensive. He's going down low to 48 Aviator, trying to work the high line as they come through turns 3 and 4. Off of 4, Aviator still up high. 20 of CGMX Rose down low as they are door to door down the front stretch into 1.
Yep, right on the hood view of the 20 of the CGMX Rose. Have to see if the 36 of Boehner is able to get that car down on the white line. to shut that door. Looks like he was able to. 48's on the outside of the 20. The 48 getting a big push from the 88 of
Boehner, washing up the track big time. Hit the apron, new back out to the race lead. Not new. That 20 of CJ Rose.
Yep, Rose right back where he was comfortable. He's got that clean air. Now he's got to try to keep that 48 of the Aviator behind him. Aviator's been able to work his way up since the restart, and here he is, P2.
Yeah, moving up to P2. You know, Aviator's one of the young guns out here, and running P2 behind him. 88 of Dohar, 36 of Boehner finally finds a hole. He's dropped all the way back to P4. Now remember, guys, he's got older tires than everybody else out here towards the front of the pack, as we got a side-by-side battle for the race lead. Aviator looking to go out in front.
Yep, Aviator stuck that car right down on that white line. He's able to get a good turn through the center of the corner and power off with a big push from the 88 of Dohar. Dohar starting to flex a little bit, but here comes the 36 of Boehner again, right behind that 20.
Yeah, behind these guys, we got the 24 of Coey working his way up inside the top 10. Now running P5. That's that 24 car out on track behind Coey. Looks to be that, is that the 95?
I think so. I'm going to try to get back there right now. Yep, that is the 95. My pick for tonight. We'll have to see if Kamal's able to close this out the way I really think, and I know he can. He's been running very, very strong here lately. I think he's going to start this trend. Somebody said something to him in the chat. Oh, you only finished up there once after a little bit of smack talk. And Kamal says that was a sign of some things that are going to be changing. So here he is, showing he's a man of his word.
Yeah, he's running good up here, just outside the top 5, right behind Coey. But up here towards the front, we got a battle for race lead, and that's the 88 of Dohar down low, coming down a front stretch. This time by the 88 leads his first laps of the night.
Yep, 88, 48, 20, 36. That's your top 4. They were side by side going into 1 and 2. They're going to single file right along that high line going towards 3 and 4. Down the middle of the backstretch, 88's going to be able to retain the lead.
Yeah, 88 down low through turns 3 and 4. I think green flag pit stops should be happening here any time now, any moment, as the laps are winding down in stage 2. Pete, we got about a 9-car breakaway up here towards the front.
Dark Knight 04, thank you very much for the follow. Still wondering if you're the same Dark Knight that HD knows. He says, is that you, Darky? We're still waiting to see, but
I don't think so. I don't think it is.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll grab us a lap count right now and check in with the 24 or the 36 or the 19. I got all kind of camera angles tonight. Just waiting on the next one. It looks like the 42 is going to duck down pit road.
Yeah, 42 with more smoke coming down pit road for his service in stage number 2. It should be the only one he needs. Now, Pete, we saw before where the 20 dipped off about 1 lap before that 13 of Rowdy. Rowdy was able to catch him big time. And it will be interesting to see if the same thing happens. But, Pete, none of these guys signal, man. They're going at least 1 more lap. And if they come down together, that is going to be mayhem.
Oh, yeah, we got we had 15. Now we've got 14 to go as Boehner comes across the line. 88, 48, 20, 36, and the 95 of James Kamal, followed right closely by Coey.
Yeah, James Kamal finally working his way up in the top 5. Running P4, looks like 48's coming out this time by. He singled it. He might be the only person, maybe Kamal as well behind him. Dohar as they come through turns 3 and 4, washing up the track. It's just going to be the 48 Aviator. That might be a blessing in disguise, because if all these guys come down next time by, you will not want to miss that.
No, it's going to be something to see for sure. I'm going to work my way back up. Right now I'm with the 8 cars, Smitty 24 of Coey right in front of him, 95 of Kamal to the outside. Rowdy looks he has just finished his pit stop. He's merging into traffic as the leaders go on by. This is going to be a cluster coming into pit road.
Yeah, Rowdy coming out of pit road. Here comes the 36 of Boehner. He was able to get up out of the way before came on by. Now up towards the front, the 20 of CJMX Rose and the 88 of Dohar got about a 7-car length lead as they go through turns 1 and 2. The 24 of Coe up the P3.
Yeah, 24 Coe up to P3. I still have not seen where Dohar has said that he's going to pit, but it looks like the 20 just signaled that he will be. So we should see the 20 in this time. 88's going to extend it another lap, and this is not unheard of for Dohar, but I think he might be taking a little bit too much time. These guys are going to make up all kinds of extra speed, and he may get left behind.
That, or maybe, honestly, Pete, maybe he just might take 2. I mean, laps are winding down here. We have, what, 10 laps to go? He might just try. Yeah, he might just try a 2-tire stop strategy, and that will be interesting to see because I think that is definitely in play because Dohar's not coming down yet again. So I think that's exactly what he's going to do and what he's planning to do.
It's very possible. Here you see the 8 of Smitty and the 11 of Ingalls making their way down pit road. So, you know, these guys also waiting a little bit longer than the rest of the pack to make their way down. 13 of Rowdy's working his way under the 88. 88 is just now signaling he's going to pit, and this should be with right around 11 to go. So it's very, very possible. I don't have any kind of a stream for Dohar. I don't know what his tires look like, although he looks like he got really, really tight under braking. He washed up the track a little bit before he was able to pull down. That's going to cost him a little bit more, and you got to hope that he didn't damage his tires while getting under the brakes.
Yeah, I'm actually going to watch him as we come down pit road just to see how long he's actually in his pit stop. He's in there about 7 to 8 seconds. That's exactly the play that he is thinking and doing. He's in now. He's getting his full service. Little right sides are on. Is he going to pull off? The guy behind him's pulling the strategy because there goes that 22 of J-Paul. I think Dohar's actually got a full service. J-Paul might have went with that too.
Yeah, Dohar definitely went with full service. As you said, he sees 22 with J-Paw working his way back up on track as the 42 of Amore Smoke goes flashing on by. Let's see if we can't catch back up. Right now I see the 24 of Coe. Yeah.
Yeah, God power. There goes the 95 of Kamal. They're all going to get by Dohar. Dohar's going to drop outside the top 10 after that pit cycle. Up towards the front, though, behind these guys, I think it's still going to be in between. You've got the 48 of the Aviator up out here, 42 of Amore Smoke, 2 of Stout Whiskey in front of these guys. I think Amore Smoke is or he's in first.
Off of Moore's stream right now, it's saying CGMX Rose is in first by about 1.5 seconds over Amore. Then you've got the Aviator, J-Paw. So J-Paw with that late stop, he will still be able to stay in the top 5. You should get some great stage points out of that. 7 laps to go, and then God Power rounding out your top 5.
And if you remember, Pete, Amore Smoke pit way earlier than all of these guys. He pitted about 4 laps, 3 laps before the next guy came down pit road. The only problem to him, he was well outside the top 10. He got in that one wreck, the only caution of the night here so far at Chicagoland. So that's a great strategy call for him, working his way up the P2 off of it.
Yeah, he's made up a ton of time on with the 22 of J-Paw and the 2 of Stout Whiskey. They are nose to tail. They are cars right now that are in 4th and 5th, although no, something must have happened with the 22 because he's no longer in the top 5. Now it's saying that the
that's pretty wide back there, Pete, for 3rd place behind these guys.
Yeah, something must happen with J-Paw because now he's not even in the top 5. It's saying that Dohar just moved back into P5. But, yeah, 95, the 1 and the 8.
Yeah, that's a great move right there from Dohar in that 88. You know, he made it 3 wide there, coming down the backstretch all the way through turns 3 and 4. Got up underneath the 1 of God Power, and I think the 8 of Smitty. As laps wind down, I think CGMX Rose got this one a lock. I said it in the first stage. He ended up getting caught by the 13 on Riley. I don't think it's going to happen this time. I think the young man made some adjustments to his car.
Yeah, CGMX Rose is halfway down the backstretch, and you can barely see a dot behind him, which is the 42 of Moore's Smoke. Moore is now an even 2 seconds behind, followed by the Aviator. Now it's saying J-Pod again is in fourth, and then Dohar P5. So whatever was going on, maybe it's just in between pit cycle or pit cycle. But yeah, J-Pod's back at P4. Alrighty then, let's keep going through. Here's the 8 of Smitty. There's the 42, your second place car right now. There's the 20 of CGMX Rose way up there in front. There's the 48 of the Aviator trying to track down that 42. But either way, with exactly 3 laps to go, I'll say 2 laps to go here in stage 2. The 20 looks like he's got this on lock. More Smoke is going to score P2 stage points. 48 will be your third place car.
Yeah, as they run, I still like the strategy call from that 42 of More Smoke. I think he picked up a ton of positions pulling that off, and he's still going to be able to get some stage points up out here at stage 2.
Yep, I'll get us the top 5. Next time they come across the line, it'll be the end of the stage. 1 lap to go.
Yeah, white flag in the air here for stage number 2. Now back here, though, we got a battle as the 88 of Dohar up underneath that 22 car. J-Paul, after his 2 tires, stopped the 8 of Smitty, looking to follow as well. The 2 of Stout Whiskey, looking to pick up 1 more point.
Yeah, I'm following right now. 2 car Stout Whiskey trying to get under that 22. Wasn't able to do it. 22 was able to lay that hammer down, kept his position. Here they go, stage 2.
Yeah, and Dohar actually just barely edged off that 8 car. Smitty and Dohar going for a little spin down the front stretch into turn 1 after the end of stage 2.
Yep, so that's going to wrap up both stages. You've got 1 more to go, the longest stage of them all. See if anybody's going to be able to play any kind of fuel strategy in this, like the 2 cars Stout Whiskey did in the Xfinity race. Cody Cares in chat, wonder if there's any NASCAR Heat Pro League guys in this. Yes, we do. We've got Jose 720 in chat with you right now. You got Sledgehammer in the field. We've got some guys that I feel personally, and I think HC you'll feel the same way. More Smoke should have been in there. So should have Boehner and Stay Finesse.
You did the Transformers talk as you were talking.
Yep. It looks like something happened there with the stream, but it looks like it's okay now. But yeah, there are quite a few in here that were Pro League hopefuls.
And green flag back out here in the final stage at Chicagoland. The 48 Aviator out in front, side by side with the 42 of More Smoke with his wheel, and the shifter making things work up high.
Yeah, 42 of them More Smoke high, right with the 88 of Dohar right behind him. We got the 48 and the 20 down low. 8 cars, Smitty also now down low. He's got some help right behind him. Looks like going to be the 1 car of God Power with 22 of J-Pod on the outside.
Yeah, 42 so on the outside getting pushed by the 88. The 22 of J-Paul up back there as well, but he's a few car lengths back now. CGMX Rose getting up underneath that 48 Aviator, coming out of turn 2, down the backstretch into 3. He's looking low.
Yeah, he's looking low. These guys, I'll tell you what, we were talking earlier about single line. This goes to show if you get some good drafting on that high side, you can get it to work. Just like Talladega, just like Michigan. They are saying side by side for 3 rows deep.
Yeah, CGMX Rose is pretty much down low by himself. He's got a car length lead on the 8 of Smitty. He's going to be able to clear that 48 of the Aviator up off of turn 4, down a backstretch. Thinks better of it. I don't think he wants to get up the low lane. He goes up just a bit now to get a good entry into turns 3 and 4.
Yep, 3 and 4. 48's going to stay on the high side. Here comes the 8 of Smitty. He's going to try to take P2 from the 48. He's got a big push, but a More Smoke isn't letting up either. He's going to give that 48 a shot back into the second spot, going into 1-2.
Yeah, a little bit of door contact there between the 8 of Smitty and the 42 of More Smoke. Smitty rode off the track just a bit. No harm, no foul, because everybody stays green. Coming down a backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Dohar diving it down in there. Looks like moving up to P3.
Yep, Dohar up to P3. That kind of pushed the 8 of Smitty up the track. Looks like the 22 of J-Paw. He's going to ride in right behind that 8 with the 42 of Amore Smoke and the 1 of God Power up high, completing another circuit going into 1 and 2.
Yeah, Smitty actually really high through turns 1 and 2. I don't know how to give up position, but it looked like he had time to move down in front of that 22 car. J-Paul just wasn't able to get it done. Might have got up in the rubble, and he's running wicked high yet again through turns 3 and 4. So I think he's trying to drift back to the back-to-back, maybe a little field strategy working out of that 8 car.
Could be. He says to himself, you know, I've got a good car, a strong car. I'm able to stay up here with these guys in the draft. Let's see, maybe save a little gas. Let these guys get, let these guys all pit, run themselves dry, wear out their tires. I'll stay back here just a little bit, go through my cycle a little bit later, maybe just take 2 at the end, land of gas. Who knows? Stout Whiskey did it in the Xfinity race.
Yeah, coming off a turn 4 down in front stretch. They're side by side for the race. Aviator and Dohar up top. CJ Rose down low all by himself. He's got no help at all but the 22 of J-Paul slowly working his way up to the front pack because they still go side by side. Now they single file out down the backstretch.
Yeah, single file out. You got the 20, the 48, the 88. Behind the 88, you got the 22 of J-Paw, followed by the 8 car of Smitty. I think that's the 1 of God Power back there. I'll work my way back through the field here just a little bit and see if I can catch up with these guys. Looks like got the 47 of Sledgehammer on pit road. Could be an early retiree. Not quite sure. But now I'm back with the 2-car Stout Whiskey, and he's got the 24 of Coey and the 95 of Kamal in his sights.
Yeah, I definitely hate to see that for the 47 car. Sledgehammer and blown engine out for the night. Now up towards the front of the pack here. The 22 of J-Paul is there. In fact, right behind them is going to be the 95 of James Kamal. Behind him is going to be the 42 of Amore Smoke. 1 of God Power. Looks like the 24 of Coey's going to round out the top 10, though. Good, strong run for him.
Yeah, good strong run for him. You gave him some great help with that shifter, and he was talking all kinds of great things about you during in a party I was in the other day, and it's been like night and day, he said. So I'm sure he appreciates a challenge for the lead. 48 down low.
Yeah, 48 down low with the 88 of Dohar down low as well. 22 of J-Paul looking high, though, to help the young gun out. James going up there, as well as they're still side by side for the race lead. Running 2 rows deep, 2 by 2.
Yeah, it looked like the 22 of J-Paw was able to stay right on the back bumper of the 20, but he didn't need it. He was able to take that lead coming off the corner, able to get back into the gas way before the 48 was, and he wasn't even pinching him down. The 48 just could not get back to the throttle the same way as the 20. 95 down low underneath the 22.
Yeah, 95 looking down low. That's actually the 42 of More Smoke down low up underneath the 22 of More Smoke, now working his way up the P5. 22 of J-Paul back to P6. Now we got Dohar running P2. Now there's that 95 looking low underneath the 48. The Aviator wasn't able to get there.
No, not quite able to get there, but it's a big battle up front. They actually had to check up. The 22 of J-Paw had to completely get out of the gas in order not to run all over the back end of the 42 of Amore Smoke. They are side by side for the lead. 4 cars on the bottom, 2 up top. We'll have to see who's able to prevail this time.
Yeah, Dohar's going to easily get this pass complete coming up off of turn 4 with the help from his buddy. I think these guys are actually on a team together. They've been helping each other out all night long. Dohar actually working both lines here, though, down into turn 1, keeping CJ Rose up on the high side.
You know, I mentioned earlier there was a couple guys that were talking a little bit of smack back and forth. That actually happened to be the 88 of Dohar and the 95 of Kamal. Kamal wants that lead. He wants to show Dohar, hey, I told you it was no fluke. I ran up front at Michigan. Here he is again.
Yeah, your 95 actually doing a whale of a job running top 5. There's a little contact there between the 20, the CGMX Rose, and the 48, the Aviator coming through the tri-oval. No one's giving it an inch. Looks like Aviator's going to finally maybe be able to move up the P2. CGMX Rose washing up the track out of 2 as the Aviator looking low down into 3.
Aviator looking low. Dohar slammed that door shut. He was not going to let him go. 22 and J-Pod signaling to pit. So let's go ahead and grab. I've been watching that whole thing from his hood. Looks like 42 of more smoke also came down. Worked my way back up there. Actually, there's the 95 of Kamal. He's got a bird's eye view of this battle between the 48 and the 88, excuse me. 20 of CGMX Rose to the outside. Kamal's going to signal the pit.
Yeah, CGMX Rhodes is actually coming out in pit, as well as I think maybe that 24 car, Coey. Coey working his way back up towards the top 5. It has got a good car here tonight. There peels off the 20. There peels off the 95, getting down the pit road. A few others are farther back in the pack, but the 2 up front running nose to tail. Got a 5-car length lead on 3rd place.
Yep, you got the 88 and the 48. Then you got the 1 of God Power and the 4 of Coey. Both the 1 and the 20. I thought maybe the 24 was going to signal, but he decided he was going to stay out one more lap. Still the battle for the lead, the 88 and 48. Battle of the Hendrick cars.
I think the 48's actually kind of cruising right now. Maybe he's trying to save a little bit extra gas behind that 88 of Dohar as they come through the front stretch down into turns 1 and 2. There's Coey working his way up the P3 behind Coey's going to be the 13 or Rowdy, who has yet to pit, but Pete with all these guys coming down. 48 singling. This time, Dohar might go another lap out here at Chicagoland.
Billiard, Sammy, I agree with you 100%. Kamal has a fast car. It's great to see him running strong, running up front again yet this week. 48's in the pits, 88 staying out. 24 of Coey going to inherit P2. I really can't say inherit. He's been really, really strong in the top 10. You know what, Steve, since Rowdy has joined Dirty Air Motorsports, you know, Coey, Knights, and Kamal, and all those guys, I'm starting to see those Hendrick cars really run up, or that team, I should say, because they're not all Hendrick cars. I'm really starting to see that team run up front a lot longer, or a lot more, I should say.
Yeah, and that's what Rowdy has provided. Rowdy's one of the best default drivers out there in NASCAR Heat 4. That's one of the reasons why the top dogs in this league can win any given week. And whenever you add a talent like Rowdy to your race team here, the production level is only going to go up from there. And Dohar, man, Dohar's making it another lap, so he stretched this thing about 4 to 5 laps to win a more smoke pitted, and he's working on 3 on the rest of the guys.
Yeah, but the tires, especially the right side tires on this track, they wear a bunch. So running up front, able to make all those moves, ducking down to block block the guys behind him. He had to have worn those out. He can't stay out much longer.
Nah, I mean, it looks like he's actually slowing up, coming through turns 3 and 4. He's coming down right now. 24 Coey's coming down as well. And a 13 is that the 13 of Rowdy, or I think it was a 17, 36 of Boehner, making up a ton of time on these guys. And Boehner actually, I think, missed pit road. He's speeding down.
Unfortunate if that's going to be his second black flag, I think, for tonight. Definitely not what he wanted or needed, if he actually even a commitment cone. I just saw a car coming through the grass, and that was Boehner.
Yeah, I don't think he hit the commitment cone. He's coming up off of turns 3 and 4, so that's a huge mistake from him.
Yeah, he's going to give away a few points tonight, I think. It's a shame because he was up front early and just not able to lock it down. It seems getting into the pits, or he is, but he's getting loose. Not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think maybe he just went just to the outside of the commitment cone. The game did not trigger that. That's why he sped down pit road. He's going to lose time, but honestly, I think that's better than a penalty if you ask me.
Yeah, I have to agree with you 100%. I'm going to check in with More Smoke. Right now, because of that extra lap by Boehner, he's showing in the lead, but he's on pit road finally. And when all cycles through, more likely that's going to give the 42 of More Smoke, who again pitted early. It's going to give him back the lead with CGMX Rose in P2, just about a second back. God Power in P4, Aviator in Aviator now in P4, and the 22 with J-Paw rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, J-Paw up here as well now. The only thing is, man, fuel strategy. If we get a lap count.
Yep.
Caution. Caution's out.
Yep, that is a caution. I think HD, go ahead and take another big old swig of your Deer Park. We're going to take another commercial break.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat preset league on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to nnrleague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
All right, thank you very much, Mountain, for that added commercial. Definitely appreciate it. Go to nnrleague.com, click on Zazzle, take a look at the entire NNR product line. 20th CGMX Rose back up front where he's comfortable. I'm sorry, no, he's not. I was on the wrong camera. Excuse me. Still figuring this all out. I'm a noob.
Yeah, out in front is actually going to be the 88 of Zohar out here in the race lead, who just came up off of pit road. So that caution definitely, I think, helped him out. There's the 38 of Mountain as well, running in P2, 17 of Sully up the P3.
Yeah, I love to see that 38 of Mountain up front. He is driving extremely defensively and wants to keep that 17 of Sully behind. Sully's another one that's been making a lot of noise. He was very, very strong at Charlie's, been strong ever since. He went right into Cup almost immediately after racing with Coey outside of the community for a couple weeks. And Sully's definitely proven that he can keep up with the best of them.
And Sully's actually going to force Mountain up the track there just a bit. They go 2 by 2, battling it out for second place, while Dohar's looking in the mirror saying, you guys keep doing what you're doing, because I got about a 5-car length lead on second place as he comes through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Dohar coming through 1 and 2, 38 of Mountain, 17 of Sully. I'm going to get back. There's 48 of the Aviator, the 42 of More Smoke, the 20 of CGMX Rose, followed closely by the 1 of God Power. That's first through sixth right now.
Yeah, the gap between first place closing just a bit, as he's about now 3 car lengths back on these guys.
Yeah, 38 of Mountain down low is able to ride that white line all the way through the corner. Here comes the 48 of the Aviator with a big push. A little bit of door contact between the 48 and the 17. Sully's not going to like that much, although it didn't really push him into the wall. It was just a little bit of a check. But that low line is definitely going to put Sully back a few spots. Right now, going off of a More Smoke, he is in 10th place. J-Paw 8th, Kamal 9th, Rowdy in 11th. So Rowdy, after that early damage, he's starting to work his way back up through the field. And what better time at the start of stage 3?
Yeah, as we get back to the racing action, the 38 of Mountain out here, out in front, 48 Aviator. I think he's got fresh tires, diving it down low, down the front stretch.
Yeah, Mountain's got to hope that he gets a little bit of help on that high side. He definitely, if not, he's definitely going to get shuffled back. But here's the 88 of Dohar right into his tracks. But down low, you got 4 cars rather than just the 2. Although those two cars up front decided to go high, that's going to give a little bit of help to the 38 as the 1 of God Power is going to duck to the inside.
Yeah, these guys currently running 1-2. Aviator out in front were last year's teammates. Aviator actually won the championship last year here in NNR. They kind of stretched the lead out to about 4 car lengths as the 1 of God Power closing the gap just a bit with the 2 of Stout Whiskey in tow.
Yeah, 2 of Stout Whiskey down low, 38 of Mountain up high. Behind these guys, you got the the 95 of Kamal, and there's the 13 of Rowdy continuing to work his way back up towards the front.
Yeah, Rowdy working his way up to about 9th place. Coming out of turn 4 as they're all single filed out as far as the eye can see. Coming down the front stretch now. I think what we're seeing, Pete, is these guys who stayed out on older tires starting to regret it just a bit because Dohar's washed all the way back behind Rowdy, and he's looking to lose more positions.
Yeah, I tell you what, that caution or two has really helped the I don't know if it helped it or hurt it. There's only 20 to go left here in stage 3, HD.
That's what I like hearing because I need to go to the grocery store and hopefully it's not packed at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, just go on over by Mama Bear. I'm sure she won't mind. Just knock on the door and say, hey, give me some ravioli.
Look, I don't want food poisoning too. But going up to the front of the battling out for the race lead. Up out here, the one that got power down low in the turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, God Power's really been pouring it on over the last several weeks. We saw him up front at Michigan. We saw him up front at Iowa. Here he is tonight, challenging for the lead as they're side by side with the top 4.
Yeah, look right here though. We got Stout Whiskey going up underneath the 20. He's going to tap the apron just a bit. That's going to kill his momentum up off the corner.
Yeah, just saw the 13 of Rowdy get on by the 38 of Mountain. Rowdy's really starting to flex here with, now we're in the teens here. We've got to say right around 18 to go. He's back in the top 5. A little bit of pressure to the 2-car Stout Whiskey.
The pack caution should be out. They were all over the place coming through turns 3 and 4. They're still going to remain green. That's kind of amazing because Sully was up in the air.
Yeah, I'm back with the 42 of Amore Smoke, and we are staying green. 17 to go.
17 laps to go here in the big shebang at Chicagoland as they're coming through turns 3 and 4. They're still door-to-door for the race lead. 48 Aviator down low.
Yep, 48 down low. I just checked in with the 95 of Kamal. It looks like he's coming off, or he's in the pits, or will be making his way off here in just a second. Trying to work my way back up front. There we are. 48, the 1, the 20, the 2, and the 13, followed closely by the 38. This is got, I'm riding a little bit of a momentum wave right now for the 38 of Mountain. This is about the first race where he's had some go right. He's going to love this. I'm glad to see it for him. All about him. Guys, these commercials that you see for NNR, the simul recast that you hopefully you caught last night or maybe watched the replay today, that's all about Mountain. That's what he has done for NNR. That's been his contribution, and I can't thank him enough. 20 to 48, though, battling it out. 3rd and 4th battling out. There's that 13, though.
Yeah, Pete, there still should be at least one more green flag pit stop before these guys finish this race as they come down a front stretch into turns 1 and 2. I wonder if that's still a 2-tire strategy stop. Might still be in play.
Yeah, just seeing the 95 of Kamal come out of the pits. He just merged onto track. He's going to show in front of the 48, the 20, and the 2, followed by the 1. These guys are all, like you just said, they're going to have to make their way down pit road. They cannot go the distance. So while it's a battle right now, I think our eventual winner is to come from 8th or 9th place, somewhere a little bit further in the back.
Caution's out. Doesn't matter.
Caution. That's going to change everything.
That changed everything. I think that's going to trap the 95 of Kamal a lap down, and that's going to be a huge. Actually, Dohar's coming out pit road, so this may be a great thing for him. He might get the race lead with fresh tires because he's stopping in his pit box. Right now, you couldn't talk about better timing.
Yeah, no, sometimes they just happen to work out in your favor. But, and there's really not going to be any advantage as far as equipment. It's going to be all about track position for that 88 if it shakes out like that.
No, it should. Yeah, I think he's going to come out in front unless someone else just pit as well and they got down because everybody else still has to pit. He's pitted technically, so he should be out in front. There he is. Yep, out in front. With the 37 of Pro Viper as well with the same strategy. So Look out here, folks. 37 look to make some noise here as of late. Green flags in the air, laps winding down.
Yep, green flag in the air, absolutely. Laps
Stout
winding.
Whiskey. Yup, they're 4 wide almost into turn 1.
Yep, I got back on that camera just as you said that. I'm on the hood of the 20th CJMX Rose. He's going to look under the 37 of Viper, right behind the 88. 88's going to duck in front of the 37. Behind them, they're all side by side. Rowdy's starting to make a charge, though. Here he comes.
Yeah, Rowdy starting to make the charge with the P4. He's got 37 of Pro Viper up in front of him, but Dohar out in front. CJMX Rose looking to the outside. Rowdy diving it down in 3 wide for second place.
Yeah, Rowdy wasn't able to hold that, though. He gave a little bit of a shot to 37. That pushed the 37 up front and opened the door for the 2-car of Stout Whiskey. Stout's going to look under the 20. A little bit of side draft there. He's going to have the third line going in.
Turn 3. Cars up in the air. Coey takes flight.
And caution is out.
Coey saw a 1995 flight to Miami, Florida. He said, yes, sir. Book me on that one. See you guys later.
Yeah. You're about right. You're about right. 1995. With everything going on in the airlines right now, you probably could get to Miami for 1995.
Probably.
Yep. Your sister says she bought food for you, but now you can starve. Oh, sisterly and brotherly love. I've got 6 of them, so I'm right there with you.
You got 6 sisters?
I have 6 sisters.
Sorry to hear that. But green flag's about to go up in the air here yet again. 88 of Dohar, your current race leader on the outside. It's going to be the 2 of Stout Whiskey, who had an excellent jump last time by. I think he's got a shifter because he's out there yet again pulling Dohar up on the outside.
He does have a shifter, absolutely, and he's been getting a lot of practice. He's going to stay in the gas going through 3 and 4. The only reason Dohar was able to pull side by side with him is because he got a big shot from the 20th CJMX Rose. First and second going side by side through 3 and 4.
As you're going side by side through turns 3 and 4, CJMX Rose giving a bump to 88 of Dohar. One of God Power giving Rose a bump as they're still door to door. That time by Dohar with the lead.
Yeah, Dohar with the lead. 20 actually caught a little bit of that grass. It looks like the 20 CJMX Rose is wicked loose right now. He's going to check up underneath the 2. He's going to check up underneath the 88's power move. They're going to block going down the backstretch.
Yeah, they're rubbing doors down the backstretch into turn 3. 48 forcing his way up into the picture here, coming late. Laps winding down.
He's not going to be able to hold it. Here's going to open up for the 1 of God Power. The 11 of Ingalls to the outside of him. Here comes the 8 car of Smitty and the 22 of J-Pa.
Yeah, coming down to turns 1 and 2. Dohar's going to wash up the track just a bit. That's going to extend the lead for first and second place. Stout Whiskey running in P2. Can we get a lap count?
We have, you read my mind. We got 3 laps to go. So CJMX Rose up front with that clean air. Dohar at 48. They're running side by side. Right now, the 2 and the 20. Gotta love what they're seeing behind him. Can the 2 car of Stout Whiskey actually pull a double here? He won the Xfinity race. He's trying to win this tonight. We saw the 20 not have the best run here lately. That was on the long run. He's had a short run. That's exactly what this is. Have to see how they finish.
Yeah, gets a little loose out of turn 2, down a backstretch into turn 3. This time by as they cross the line. White flag will be in the air as they get there because chaos back there in the middle of the pack. Here they all off the turn 4 at the line. White flags. Next flag ends the race.
Yep, 2 car got a better jump off of 3 and 4 than the 20. He is all over that the rear bumper of the 20. Here they come off 2, still right on his tail. 20 blocking down low. 2 going to try to even go a little bit lower. Here they go into 3 and 4. HD, you call it, buddy.
Yeah, here they are through turns 3 and 4. Stout Whiskey giving a bumper to the Young Guns CJMX Rose, but Rose is going to hold off of turn 4 for the race win.
Back-to-back weeks for the 20th CJMX Rose. He led from the pole last week at Iowa. He's going to lead from the pole this week here at Chicagoland. So first place CJMX Rose, he's going to be happy when we get the post-race interviews. followed by the 2 of Stout Whiskey, 48 of the Aviator, and I believe it's going to be the 8 of that guy. And Smitty, there we go. That's going to be your top 5.
Yeah,
That was fun, huh, guys?
Yo,
Yes,
Stout,
it was.
good finish, bro.
Yeah, Rose. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know how my car just. I don't know how you got hooked behind me. That's probably what saved me. That you got stuck behind me.
Yeah, I got stuck, man, or I would have crossed you over there. But you know I'm going to race you clean, man.
Yeah.
Aviator, not so much. And he knew that.
Master
He's
Killer's in chat saying some fierce racing right there. John Fry saying, come on, let's go Stout. Man, yeah, all about it. Going to go back out of there and work our way back and interview our top 3.
Who's third?
Aviator.
Give them a few seconds here before we start the interviews.
Yeah, Rose. Aviator calls that wreck there at the beginning, man. It caused me to go from 3rd to.
Dude, I was lucky on that last caution that I restarted 3rd when you passed me. I was like, yes.
Yeah. Well, I thought with the shifter and the fresh tires that I'd be able to clear a Dohar there, man, and I couldn't. And I'm just thankful that he raced me door to door and kept it down there.
The only reason why you didn't is because I think Rose gave Dohar a big shot. I don't think that.
I never touched Dohar, actually.
Yeah, Dohar never hit me.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about off of turn 2. When
I got you.
Oh, yeah, and on the restart, I was shoving him. So
that's the only reason why That's the only reason why I think he stayed there.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, we're going to start this, man. So, Stout Whiskey HD. We heard a little bit of discomfort between you and the 48 of the Aviator. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what happened?
No, they're in stage 2 at the beginning, man. So first of all, I started 16th and I moved up to 4th place there in that first stage. I knew I had a good race car, and we worked it out where we were in 3rd place. We were going to pass Smoke and 3 or 4 cars, and Aviator he caused a huge F up there, and it just it wrecked me, tore my car up. I know it tore up Smoke's, and I got sent to the back, and then I didn't reset my wheel, and when the green fell, I restarted 24th. I maybe spin out and hit the wall. And, just idiot, just being frustrated. Worked out, man. I pitted. I drove from 23rd all the way up through the field under the green. My car was really good, man. And I told Pete this other night. I don't know if Pete you mentioned in the broadcast, man, but
yep.
Now that stupid pro league crap's over, and invested so much time in doing that mess and trying to help my buddies who obviously deserve to be there. It's freaking on, man. I'm ready to focus on this. I'm ready to, come out and kick ass.
I definitely expect to see you running in a top 3 more often, and I can't agree with you much more on what you said about the Pro League, man. I think a lot of people got snubbed out of that. But before we cut it out of here, would you like to throw any shout-outs? And, actually, one more question, man. Where'd you learn to get fast like that on the restarts?
It's all about the shifter. I tell people, man, the shifter is a game changer. So.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Any shout-outs?
Yeah, man, I have to. No, Pops is watching. Dad, thanks for watching. He don't talk or whatever in the chat or whatever. And I gotta thank my teammates, man. I've both over here in NNR and East Park, man. I've had a revolving door of teammates, and picked up. Well, me and he, we've been teammates forever. Back to the NASCAR 9 days, and got Sledgehammer. Picked Sledgehammer up once the Xfinity guys, and then God Power and Dan joined us about 4 weeks ago, and really everybody's efforts and the finishes. I mean, you guys have seen Dan and God Power run good. God Power, I still think he would have won Michigan. He wouldn't have those cautions. So teams working together, we're practicing together, we're having fun, man. So.
And that's exactly what it's about right there. The last statement you had, we're having fun. And when you're having fun, nothing else matters. Stout Whiskey, you still should have pit it. Pete, why don't you go ahead and take Rose?
Absolutely. CJMX Rose, you got me, buddy.
Yeah, I got you.
Rose, you put it together last week from the poll. You put it together again this week from the poll. You've had all kinds of people that were able to challenge you tonight. You were strong. It's like you didn't quite have the best car on the long run. It turned out tonight that's exactly what you needed. Tell us about your race.
I don't know. It was kind of crazy. I just trying to be patient. I'm trying to work on that. That's the main thing I'm trying to work on, and I feel like that's something I lack at times. But that's what I was kind of trying to do the first couple stages when I was running in the pack. I was just trying to be patient and then just try to pit early and get out in front of everybody, which worked. I won stage 2, and I just hope the caution didn't come out there at the end because I thought I would have had it if it went. No, we still got it. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is now your 4th win on the season. You broke the tie that you had with I believe it was the Aviator. You both had 3. Now you've 4. It's a bunch more points heading into the chase as that gets closer and closer. I think we got 6 or 7 weeks left before we start that. Going to Pocono next week with the doubleheader. But man, great race tonight. It's gonna do wonders for you in the points. Any shout outs, bud?
Ingals, he gave me the setup this week. I usually make it. Well, not I wouldn't say I usually make it, but we usually work together. But this week he found something really good and he gave it to us. And yeah, I just want to thank him for that. And you guys,
whatever it was that y'all came up with and worked on together, it absolutely worked. And it looks like the Aviator is able to work his way up to the booth.
Totally forgot.
That's all right. HD, you want to pick him up?
Yeah, Aviator, man. It's HD. You got a cop.
Oh, yeah.
Well, man, just tell me how your race went, man. What could you have done different to be able to pick up a win?
If I didn't accidentally hit Stout at the beginning, I could have won that because it came back to bite me. Otherwise, I ran a good race. I had a lot of fun on that. Getting, I think it was 6th and 3rd in the stages and finished 3rd in the race. So good points day. Might be able to catch Rowdy with that. Otherwise, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know Stout mentioned a little bit from that as well. Take me through that incident through your eyes. What happened?
So in my eyes, I was on the top. They were like 2 wide entering the corner, God Power and Stout. And I was like, I saw Ingalls behind me. So I went down to the bottom. And as I went down, God Power checked up really hard. So I hit the brakes. And then Ingalls hit me into Pacey. And Pacey hit Stout. And whatever happened, happened. That's my point of view from it.
Well, there you go, right there from the Aviator, man. So P3 finish. Is there anything else you think you could have done a little bit different to pick up this win here tonight from CGMX Rose?
Not really. I had a really good car, a really good race. It was just what came back to bite me. That's it.
I got one question, man. When are you gonna out-qualify this kid?
Never, most likely not in this game. I'll be like second 40,000 times, but yeah.
All right, man. There it is from the Aviator. Would you like to throw any shout-outs?
No, it was on me this weekend.
All right, man. All right. All right. There you go. The Aviator, Pete.
Fair enough. God Power is out there in chat saying, thank you, Stout. Hell yeah, brother. Love you. But, guys, that is going to be it for the Truck Xfinity and Cup Series this week from Chicagoland. Next week, we are going to Pocono, just like in the actual 2020 NASCAR season. Hopefully, it doesn't get canceled. But we are going to be double-header racing. The truck guys are going to do 2 50% races. Xfinity guys are going to do 2 50% races. And the Cup guys are going to do 2 25% races. Double wins, double points. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you tune in. Go on up. Hit that follow. Smash the subscribe. Hit the notification so you know when we're live. I will see you around the track. To all you Pro League hopefuls, good luck out there. See you again soon.